Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for sharing this special event and special moment for IGIENAIR in the Middle East. And welcome again at the French Pavilion. I would like first to welcome Dr. Najiba from Ministry of Health. Thank you for coming. Mr. Khalid, thank you for joining us. Dr. Zaack. I want also to thank Eric Linquier, Commissaire Général du French Pavilion in Dubai. Sophie, merci. À cause de toi, on est là, quelque part. Grâce à toi, pardon. And I would like also to thank, we have people joining us online on our event today. So. Eric, please.
Hello everyone, and thank you to IGIENAIR for organizing this afternoon. Just a few words. First of welcome. We are very happy to welcome you in the French Pavilion. It's an important moment for us. This fortnight is devoted to connected cities, to the innovative solution for sustainable cities. And clearly IGIENAIR is a good example of what France can produce in terms of innovation in innovative cities. So it's our great pleasure to welcome you. Spend a good afternoon on this pavilion. It's for a few hours, it's yours. So don't hesitate to have a look at the terrace, at Expo from this terrace. And we'll be happy to welcome you as well if you want to come back to visit the permanent exhibition downstairs and attend any event we'll have for 6 months en Expo. Et puis un petit mot peut-être pour remercier nos amis d'IGIENAIR. Franchement, c'est important pour nous que vous soyez là aujourd'hui. Vous avez fait le choix de rejoindre le pavillon comme partenaire thématique. C'est important pour nous parce que ça manifeste le fait que ce pavillon, il a évidemment pour objectif de porter l'image de la France dans son ensemble, mais aussi d'être un relais pour toutes les entreprises françaises, pour toute l'innovation française. Et je pense qu'il y a peu d'aussi bons exemples que le vôtre en termes d'innovation sur un secteur qui est clé. On a pu évoquer d'autres dimensions de la ville intelligente, l'énergie, les transports ou d'autres. Le sujet que vous portez à travers IGIENAIR est évidemment central pour les grandes métropoles du monde et c'était important qu'on vous ait aujourd'hui, donc merci beaucoup. Have a nice afternoon.
Thank you, Eric. So I'll start with a few words on IGIENAIR. IGIENAIR was founded actually in 2003 by Mr. Evrard de Pona. He started with maybe around 5 to 10 people, and today IGIENAIR is more than 600 employees across 13 agencies in France and more than 14 agencies in Europe and Dubai, Middle East. So a few numbers, 62 million euros is the turnover for IGIENAIR in 2020, 25,000 clients, so covered by all the agencies in France, in Germany, in Switzerland, in Belgium, in Luxembourg, in Netherlands recently, and in Dubai, and from Dubai to the Middle East. More, as I said, 600 employees, and an important number for us is 3%, and this is why we're here actually. 3% are allocated to Zaack. So IGIENAIR allocates 3% of his of the budget for Zaack. Zaack is the Research and Development and Innovation Department of IGIENAIR. It's Yasmin will speak about Zaack better than me. She's heading this department. This is the agencies across all France, so we are very close to all our clients because IGIENAIR, before being an innovation company, is a service provider. And in services, we need to be close to our clients. And these are the agencies across all Europe and Dubai. It's written in French, but we're here. So IGIENAIR, very quickly, very briefly, 3 business axes: air quality services, the main department of IGIENAIR, global services, and home services. Today, our focus is on air quality services and innovation. So we work actually in air quality across all sectors, from pharmaceutical to residential. And we here in Dubai, we have one of our biggest clients with Julfar, As you know, Julfar is the biggest pharmaceutical plant in the UAE, in Ras Al Khaimah, and we are very proud to be their supplier. And I'm very happy, Dr. Amal, to be with us. Thank you very much for coming all the way from Ras Al Khaimah. Thank you very much. We also are in public buildings, industrial, hotel, restaurant, and residential. We really work across all sectors because indoor air quality it has her own regulation in hospitals, in pharmaceutical, but also it has her own regulation in houses. And Dubai municipality here in Dubai, they are focusing more and more on this topic, and they are taking it very seriously and putting a lot of measures to improve the indoor air quality. And thank you, Mr. Haris and Shar from Dubai municipality for joining us. So, air quality. As I said, initially, IGIENAIR is a service provider. So we are technicians and engineers that work closely with our client. But we do offer a large services, starting from duct cleaning up to measuring and monitoring of the indoor air quality. So we have technicians that will measure, audit, and then give the treatment by duct cleaning, for example. And we have departments that work on innovation to support our services and our engineers and technicians. We work also in the clean room industry. Clean room industry means pharmaceutical, means optical centers, mean nuclear centers, space agencies. IGIENAIR is very proud to work with the space agency in Dubai. They are our client. We've been with them for the last 3 years, and this is really exceptional for IGIENAIR to have the possibility to work with a space center in Dubai. We also work in ceiling duct aerodynamic. This is a solution to, again, improve the indoor air quality by using specific and technical methods to seal the ducts and avoid spread of infection from a place to another place. This is some of our clients worldwide, as you can see, mainly pharmaceutical, hospitals, but not only. It can be retail, malls, restaurants, hospitality, hotels as well. Now we will speak about Zaack, the Research and Development and Innovation Department. Founded in 2017 in the head office. So in 2017, Evrard our president, decided to fund and start this department of research and development. And today we are 10 employees, all PhD holders and scientific people and engineers working on innovation. As you can see in our space allocated to us, we can see our innovation, which is Zaack, Zaack Dust, and Zaack CR. We have 2 clean rooms. So IGIENAIR has her own clean rooms to conduct all the assay and the test. So we are able to do our own study, our own research, and this is really help and support our team to work in a very, let's say, very healthy environment and very available environment for us to be able to develop our product. Now we will talk air quality from an innovation point of view. I will leave the floor for Mrs. Yasmin. She's heading the department. She's French, but she can speak some Arabic also, so I'll leave the floor for you. In English. Thank you.
Okay, welcome everyone. Thanks again, and welcome also to our digital guests from all around the world. We were very happy to welcome you here in the French Pavilion. And now let's talk a little bit more and focus about air quality, because it's an actual problem, actually. As I can present it, it's an invisible pollution, and it's surrounding us everywhere where we are, even in our houses. And we are not actually aware about it or conscious because we cannot see it. So it's our objective with that connected solutions is to be able to put some visibility on this invisible pollution. So how does it work, and what can we find actually in the air? As we can know, we can find lots of natural pollutants, and we all know about viruses, microbacteria, and allergens. But we have also lots of chemicals surrounding us, with many sources coming from, most of them from vehicle emissions, industrial pollutants, or also chemicals that we are using even if, in our houses. And we have lots of problems with particle pollutions, as known as PM, or particle matters, particularly here in Dubai, with all the problems of the environmental and the outdoor air quality because of the sand. So, if I take an example, why this air pollution why the quality of inhaled air is so important. If I take another example, it would be the water. If you have dirty water on your hands, you won't drink it. It's obvious for us because we can see it, it's dirty. But for air quality, we don't know, and sometimes we make some mistakes. We can assimilate it to an odor, or a bad or a good odor. We won't significate a good or bad air quality also. So, what is it so important? Because first of all, it's vital. The rule of 3 says that we can stay 30 days without eating, and we can stay almost 3 days without drinking, but we can stay only 3 minutes without breathing. So this is why air quality is so precious. Plus, it takes 100 of our time. We cannot, not breathing at all. So it's totally unconscious, but we are breathing all the time, up to 12,000 liters per day. So every single breathing, we are breathing 8 liters per minute, just to give you some numbers and have an idea about the importance of the air quality. And if we want to focus a little bit more of indoor air quality, as here Dubai is typically the right example for this, we are spending 80 to 90% of our time indoor compared to outdoor air quality. And plus, what we don't usually know is that indoor air quality is 5 to 10 times more polluted than outdoor. So most of us are confusing, and we are relating air pollutions to outdoor air pollutions. I'm presenting you here some studies made by WHO, and nowadays, air pollution is 8 million of deaths prematures, and it kills more than COVID-19 actually, without notifying this. In this 8 million of deaths, 4.2 million are related to indoor pollutions and not the outdoor one. In this 4.2 million of deaths per year, 73% are directly reliable to particulate matters problems, mostly PM10 and PM2.5. And here, just in the graph, another example, just to give you some ideas about what's happening in the air. Actually, we are comparing a study just for chemical pollutants present in the air, and we can see in the dark blue portions that pollutants in indoor are more present than the outdoor, if you are comparing the two colors. And even sometimes we have new kind of pollutions that are very specific to indoor using, because we are living in new smart buildings and we are not opening our windows very often, as we used to before in the past. And we are using new materials, new chemicals, new products. Particularly with the COVID-19, we are using lots of sanitization products. And it may produce, if we go back to our chemistry high school classes, at the case statement, we have reactivity between pollutants. So if we have like a mixture, a cocktail of pollutants present in the air, they will have reactivity and they will probably produce secondary pollutants. And they may have, like, if we are too much exposed to them, we are talking about chronic exposure, it may an impact on our health. So, sorry, I was too fast. So the potential impact of indoor air quality on human health is very considerable. It has like many, it could be toxic, irritating, allergic, carcinogen sometimes. We have lots of people more sensitive to bad air quality through asthma and some respiratory problems. We all have heard one time about the sick building syndrome, for example, having some headaches, lack of productivity of your occupants in major. And the 73% that I've presented you on the slide before was reliable to the particulate, the PM. Why? Because they are very small and we cannot see it, actually. For example, here you have a lack of, it's the size of our hair. And a PM10 is like a blue droplet. Totally, it's size like 10 micron and less than 10 microns. PM 2.5 are the 2.5 microns and less than 1. And we also talk about ultrafine particles, more precisely in the clean rooms and all the controlled environments. This is why we are usually monitoring particulate matters in these environments, because actually these PM pollutants are able to get into our body through the respiratory system, and the smallest they are, the deepest they can go into our body up to until the blood system directly. And it can have like very bad consequences on our health. And why focusing also, once again, on indoor air quality? Because we have international guidelines compliance coming all recommended through the WHO model. We have it actually in our Code du Travail in France. We have also lots of text about the green buildings and the indoor quality recommendations with the Dubai municipality that we work with, and also the Ministry of Climate Change and Environment in Abu Dhabi in UAE. And just to give you an example about what's happening actually in France, they are doing some campaign of sensitivity to be able to educate a little bit more people about air quality. And they have put something, a new law that is named Grenelle 2 in France, and they stepped it in 3 times, 2018, 2020, and 2023, and they are recommending most of it audits of indoor air quality to be able to reset awareness about the public of this problematic that we have with indoor air quality. So it started in 2020, in 2018, concerning all the established nurseries and establishments and schools receiving children under 6 years old. And in 2023, it's going to concern all the establishment receiving public, actually. So it's going to be malls, restaurants, airports, whatever. All the public establishment receiving public in general. Just another example that talks also about air quality monitoring is the label well. In France, we are commonly used to know the label HQE. It's quite similar, and it talks about air quality monitoring. Just to give you a brief introduction about it, it recommends implementation of indoor air quality monitors that measure at least one of 3 of these, the list of the pollutants that we have here. And they're recommending actually to put at minimum one monitor per floor or 1 every 325 meters square. Most of it after that, they're recommending like real time with intervals no longer than 10 minutes for particulate matters, and also having some promotion of awareness to aware the public about what's happening in the air with real-time displaying, and they are recommending like displaying every 930 meters square. So this is a very large introduction about indoor air quality problem that we have actually. And now, let me present you very briefly our Zaack solutions. The first one is the Zaack QAA. It's actually a microsensor station that we have developed first to be able to pilot indoor air quality in real time. So we have designed it for a large public, and it's able to measure up to 11 pollutants at the same time. We have a measurement every 30 seconds. It's a totally connected monitoring, connection possible through Ethernet, Wi-Fi, or 4G if needed. The data are directly logged and set to a secured cloud to be able to visualize it directly and display on our application that we have developed to help you and have some visibility about the air pollution in order to help you and to alert you in case of some high thresholds or even to pilot some BMS system if needed. So the objective was to offer you a complete digital platform that are able to collect all the data. The indoor data, we are also providing the open data outdoor index nearby the location where we are installing the stations, in order to bring you all of this as the simplest way on our applications. You will get all your data. You will be able to consult it, to download it if needed, to be alerted by mails or notification if there's some problems. We also provide a total service to be able to do some prediction if we are collecting lots of metadata on a long time. And then with this kind of product, we are able also to do some personalization if needed. We adapt the solution to industrials or tertiary customers if needed. And all of this are able to be connected to directly to your BMS if needed. This is why we have also developed our own smart application to help you to manage your indoor air quality directly from your phone and from your laptop. Like that, you won't have to do some maintenance by yourself or download the data through a USB port or something and get back to the monitors. We're handling the total services, and we are not only providing a device. We are providing more of it. We are providing the whole service with it. Here's some example of our installation in different sectors in France, and as you can see, it's a solution that might be adapted to lots of sectors, like nursery that I told you about earlier, or manufacturing, even some site supervision outdoor if needed. In the subway here in France, open space offices, dental clinic also for some clean rooms applications, or even pharmaceutical industries or malls and shoppings. Another solution has been developed also as for us actually, as we are providing services in the maintenance of ducts, and because good air quality begins with a good maintenance of its network, we have developed these solutions that is directly plugged on your HVAC systems to be able to monitor and to measure cleanliness levels of your ducts. So why cleaning your HVAC system? First of all, for energy saving, and also for reduction of maintenance costs. The most important thing is for the health and comfort and well-being of your occupants, because air quality, particularly in the smart buildings, comes from all of the renewal air comes from there, and also for security and risk prevention also. So for that, in Europe, actually, we have a standard. It's the NFEN 15780 for clean ventilation system, and it gives us actually 3 levels of cleanliness, depending on the building type. And they provide us actually thresholds, for example, here. So we have the 3 levels adapted to the building types, depending on the building types. And then we have thresholds to applicate depending on the nature of the duct network, if you are on a supply chain or return duct networks or an extraction. So for that, we have different levels to respect, and we decided to automatize this to avoid some intervention and audit that we have to do some prelevement and etc. Like for that, we just plug our system on the open doors, the access doors, and it's totally automatized, connected through LoRaWAN network. It's actually a low frequency communication system. And all of this works as the previous solution go to the cloud and then to the application directly on your phone. It's a complete service package for predictive maintenance. Why this predictive maintenance? Because it's going to help you economically and also for your security and to simplify totally your maintenance system. So you will get some real-time monitoring about what's happening in your ducts, plus alerts and predictive maintenance if needed through our applications and the thresholds applied. And then we are able to plan some corrective interventions if needed. I was talking about optimization of maintenance cost. Actually, most of our customers are coming to us with corrective maintenance. And with this kind of products, we are encouraging you to get to a predictive maintenance thing. And it's gonna help you a lot, and you can go up to 40% of economy if you go back through a corrective maintenance to a predictive one. And this is why we are encouraging this kind of IoT solutions. Another device that we have developed, totally adapted for the clean rooms and the controlled environment, is the automatization of the particle counting. This is totally adapted for we started working with the pharmaceuticals industrials that we have in France for this project. And the objective was, even if we are not totally respecting the standard 100% because of some flow corrections, we are providing a total real-time monitoring and a total access, simple access to the data through applications of a nanoparticle counting, regulated in 5 channels, totally adapted for clean rooms. We have the 0.3, 0.5, the 1 micron, 2.5 micron, and 5 microns. All of it to provide you data to control your ventilation in these controlled environments and to be totally ready for all the qualification and audit certification if needed. And the latest one that we have, actually, it will be commercialized end of this year, is the Zaack QI Lite. It's a real-time monitoring, a lighter solution than its big brother, if I can see it, the Zaack QIA. It provides you like only CO2 measurement, PM1, PM2.5, and PM10, and also TVOCs, with a total access, once again, to our applications, to get awareness about indoor air quality and the mandatory requirements as the label well recommends. And the difference between this solution and the other is that we totally think this we adapted the electronics to be totally customized on demand of the customer. So we are able to customize the communication system. We are also able to customize the number of sensors that we can put in, and this is we are able also to put a screenshot on the top or not if needed, if we want to get direct access on the device or not. So this is why we have reinvented a little bit the Zaack QAA solution that I've presented you previously. I'll be happy to answer some questions. Oh, no, the last thing is that the difference between our devices and the others that you can find on the market is that we are not providing you only a device. That's our strategy. We want to help you, and we are providing a full package of services. We're not like only selling devices. We are following our customers, help them do some diagnostics, take care about the maintenance, and we have developed our own calibration system to provide you the most precise and the best accuracy of measurement that we can have. It's a total, what I didn't mention, that it's a total made in France fab lab, and we are, we try to provide you the best quality of monitoring and quality of microsensors that we plug in our systems. And we help you with lots of expert advices, completing with all the services of IGIENAIR, to be able to help you and to go back to the source of the problem more easily. So we'll be very happy to answer if you have some questions, or if you need some more details about our product. Shukran. Let me. Actually, yes, we did, and it's, how can I present it? It's very difficult because with the Etisalat, we need to have a local service here in UAE, and we are working with them to be able to provide some solutions. As all our products are using the Google Cloud platform based in Europe, it might give some problems of privacy, and that has problem for the customers directly. But we will fix them. We will find a solution soon. I hope so.
If I can answer also on this question. The problem with Etisalat or the large institution is they want you to give the technology. And in order to work with them, you have to open completely your system. And actually, we've built already a system very secured in order to be in contact directly with the client. We still are thinking how to manage this compatibility and to be able to work with them without actually opening the technology and leaving the floor for maybe not to be able to support the client in case there is, problems. We should not forget that we come from a supplier concept, a service supplier concept, so we are close to our client, and we don't want to give the technology completely. But we are working on that with Etisalat.
And actually, it's the actual problem that we have also with lots of customers that we have in Europe about security networks and how to provide them a totally secure data server, even if it's a Google one or based in another place. We can, totally. We are totally open, yes.
Actually, we are open to connect our system to others. The problem is to open the technology so other suppliers or other IoT providers can control our system or our algorithm that we worked on, but the system is open. We can connect to any BMS system. Yeah.
Also devices. We have all the API requests keys developed to be able to connect it to other systems, other application if needed. Yes, ma'am. I won't talk about areas. I will probably prefer to recommend you strategical appointments to be able to measure it. We will consider we have to do a diagnostic, and we will give you some advices of a placement better than another.
Actually, we will assess the space, and coming from this background of expert in indoor air quality, we will install the equipment, or we will advise to install the equipment in a place that represents the real situation of the space. This is also part of our services that we can, that we offer to the client, because sensors cannot measure in a very far range. So we come and assess, we make an audit, and we advise the client where to install these devices.
Totally, you will observe it directly on the data. If there are some changes in the environment, open doors or anything happening, maybe someone entering in the room or another, you will directly we will be able to see it directly on your data. It's only on the software level. And we have actually all is internal, so we are able to put in contact our IoT team and yours to be able to find the right keys and develop the right APIs if needed. Ryan, do we have some chats questions?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for your attention.
Thanks.
We will, of course, send you all the presentation, and you will be able to get also all our contacts. Mine in France and Joseph here in Dubai. Thank you again.